Did you know that camels have 3 eyelids? Hi everybody! How are you guys doing today? I'm feeling a little bit under the weather. I got a bit of a stuffed nose coming through and a bit of a little tiny bit of a sore throat, but other than that, I'm doing pretty good. I also really need a haircut, but that doesn't affect my mood at all. I'm getting one tomorrow, Katie. Katie's one of you viewers. She told me I needed a haircut. Of course it would be a woman to tell me to get a haircut. Anyway, that doesn't matter. Let's get talking about what we're here to talk about. Today's topic starts with a haircut. What? Haircut? I have haircut on my mind! Today's topic starts with a story. How does that even sound like haircut? About a conversation that I had with a child at my mother's daycare. My mom runs a daycare out of our house, so naturally, all the time I see these kids and sometimes I hang out with them, play with them, talk to them. Just, you know, have a good time with kids. Now, I have an iPod Touch, and there's this one kid in the daycare who absolutely loves to play with my iPod Touch. Every single time he sees me, he says, iPod, 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 iPod. And most of the time I'll let him use it, but one time, the battery on my iPod was actually dead, so I couldn't let him use it. So I told him, sorry buddy, you can't use the iPod today. And then he asked that question that toddlers are always good at asking. Why? Random smiley face. Well, because the battery's dead. Why? Oh, because I was using it. Why? Well, I was listening to music and talking to friends and stuff like that. Why? Because I wanted to. Why? And it was at that point when I wanted to say to him, why do you want to know? And I don't mean it in the Robin Williams kind of sense where it's like, why do you want to know? I mean it more in the sense as like, I am genuinely curious. Why are you so curious? This 2-year-old kid is more inquisitive than an adult chimpanzee. I mean, a chimpanzee will see something and wonder what it is and what it does, and they'll figure it out, and that's all they'll ever do with it, but they won't ever try and figure out why it's doing it. Humans are so different in this way from every other animal because we ask the question of why, and we figure out why something does something, because once we know why something does something, we can recreate it and make more things, and make a huge advance in technology like we're making today. And so I ask you, why is it that humans are so far set apart from other animals on this planet? Why is it that we are the only ones that create new things? Yes, other animals create things for themselves. For example, beavers make houses, dams, and feed piles, but that's all they ever make. Ever. It never occurs to them that they could make an airport or something somehow. They never think, why am I doing this? They just know by instinct that they have to do it in order to survive. We, on the other hand, think, why am I doing this? Or like a lion who sits in the shade under a tree. They don't know why it's cooler under that tree, but they know under that tree it's not as hot as it is everywhere else around them. So they sit under the shade of that tree to get cooled off. It never occurs to them that they could try and build something that would give them shade wherever they wanted. They just think tree equals shade. That's all I need to know. They never ask why it does that. And you might think this sounds ridiculous, but at one point in human history, we were just like the animals. We just lived off the land. We didn't really have all this technology. And at what point did we say, why is it that the hut keeps us warm? Why does fire happen? How can we make more fire? How can we use fire for other things? By the way, we're also one of the only animals that doesn't run from fire when we see it. I mean, we know when to run from a fire, but pretty much every other animal on this planet is afraid of fire. And so I ask you, why is it that humans are always asking why, and no other animals are? What sets us apart? Alright, so let's move to the second conversation I had with this kid. I was playing a video game in the living room, and he comes out of the playroom and starts watching me play this video game. And it wasn't exactly a video game that little children should be watching. It had killing and stuff in it. So I said to him, look buddy, you gotta go back in the playroom. You can't be out here watching me play this game. Why? Well, because it's a bad game. Why? Well, because it has killing in it. Killing's bad? Yes, killing's bad. Why? And then I just kind of didn't know how to answer that. I mean, I told him it's because it hurts other people, and he said okay, and he walked back into the playroom. But I sat there thinking to myself, why do human beings know that killing is wrong? Why do we know the difference between right and wrong? I mean, yeah, there's laws, but before those laws, how did we know the difference? Who decided killing is wrong, but punching someone in the face is okay, but still kind of wrong? Hugging someone is definitely okay. Who decided things like that? I mean, yes, religion has a big factor to play in that, but even still, if you're someone who believes that religion was created by humans and there really is no God, how did humans know to create these rules about bad and good. I mean, really, other animals in the world don't really care. They'll kill each other if they have to kill each other. They'll eat each other if they have to. We never eat each other because we see that as wrong. We see killing each other as generally wrong. Why? And one more thing that this why led me to. Why is it that we experience sorts of emotions that animals cannot experience, such as love or compassion? And why is it that some human beings require the companionship of other human beings to be happy and some human beings don't? Because there is no species of animal that is like that other than humans. Bears are always solitary. I mean, mother bears just kick away their young when they're sick of them. Lions are always in packs. Tigers are, for the most part, solitary. Why is this? Why are human beings so different? How did we get so much further up on the scale so much faster than all the other animals? I'm just saying. Think about it. Alright, so now it's time for... Bum. 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 And this week for Support the Hater, I was thinking of doing something a little bit different. Yeah, I do have Support the Hater content this week, but I didn't really feel like using it, because someone gave me an idea the other day. I've been doing videos for over a year now, meaning I've got about a year's worth of Support the Hater content, which means you have to have a favorite one out of all those. Which means, go through them if you don't remember which one is your favorite, and post a comment saying which episode had your favorite Support the Hater in it. And whichever one gets the most favorites, I'll do something with it. I'm not really sure what I'm gonna do with it yet, but just for tradition's sake, let me know which one was your favorite. And now for today's shout out! Today's Support the Hater goes out to a YouTube user named Eamon and Lisa. Eamon and Lisa was the 10th person to comment on my last video. Congratulations, Eamon and Lisa. Shout out to you. Remember, if you'd like a shout out on one of my videos, just be the 10th person to comment on this video, and I'll be sure to give you a shout out in the next video. And if you'd really like to comment but don't have anything to say about anything else I've already talked about in this video, here is a weekly Would You Rather. Would you rather be a lion or a beaver? And remember, if you'd like to comment, there's also the option of writing down a random face that you would like to see me do. Anything you write down will be written down in my notes, and I will try and do one every single week. Anyway, that's all I got to say for today, and the rest of this week, I'm Isaac Oley, and thanks for joining me once again on Rant. Peace in. Comment and subscribe. Comment and subscribe. Comment and subscribe. And maybe favorite too.